Realtors, we need to talk about something that will absolutely make or break your income. You are not paid to talk to everyone. You are paid to qualify and disqualify potential buyers and sellers. If you treat every inquiry like a hot lead, you're going to burn out. You're going to hate leads, and you're going to say things like, these leads are trash, they suck, when in reality, your sorting system is trash. Our team rule is simple. The agent who asks more questions wins. Not the one who talks the most, not the one who sends the most houses. The one who asks the best questions early and uses the answers to qualify or disqualify the lead is the one who wins. We use 8 core questions before we ever even hand the lead off to an agent or commit a ton of time with the lead. Let's walk through them all and see how we use them. Hey, it's Mark here with the Hiller Group, brokered by eXp Realty. My team and I have you covered here along the beautiful Florida Panhandle from Pensacola all the way through Panama City Beach, where our team has helped over 1,650 families and sold over $500 million in real estate in the past 12 years alone. We would love to be your real estate referral partner here along the beautiful Florida Emerald Coast. Send me a DM and happy to connect. Here's what our team is asking to disqualify leads, which is just as important as actually qualifying them. When would you like to be moved in the home? What does your timeline look like? Qualifying and disqualifying, this is your first filter. Within the next 60 to 90 days equals a potential A lead. Sometime this year, not really sure yet, that is a B or a nurture lead. Or like 2 to 3 years from now, this is not a hot lead. If there is no clear timeline, they are not a now client. They might still be valuable long-term, but they do not go into the top of your call list. You can stop imagining you're going to close them in the next few months. Here's a red flag. They will not commit to any timeline at all. That is someone browsing, not moving. What brings you to the area? What is prompting your move? Timeline tells you when. Motivation tells you why. And the why is everything. Great motivation sounds like, we just got orders to this base, or our lease is up in March. We were having another baby and we ran out of space. We are tired of renting and ready to start building wealth. Weak motivation looks like this. We're just looking at houses. We saw something on Zillow, but it only had one picture, so we wanted to ask some questions. Or if they're not willing to compromise on their wants, even though their wants are rainbows, lollipops, and unicorns. Real life pressure equals high likelihood that they will actually act and do something. Weak or vague motivation equals lower priority, a nurture bucket lead, and not someone you're going to exhaust all your energy on. What kind of property are you looking for? Single family, condo, investment, full-time? Are you military? This tells you 2 things. Can your market and team even serve what they want? Are they clear on what they want, or are they all over the place? If they say something like, I'm not sure, maybe a condo, maybe a house, maybe land, we have no idea, just send whatever, this is not someone ready to write an offer next week. That is someone in the research mode. You still want to help them, but you do not treat them like an urgent, ready buyer. If they clearly know, we are a military family relocating full-time and need a single-family home close to X, Y, and Z base, that is motivation. That is more dialed in. They are a higher intent lead. How many bedrooms and what areas are you looking in? You're listening for 2 things here. Are their wants aligned with their budget and the reality of the market? Are they focused enough to be specific on a certain area? And can you set them up on a meaningful search that is actually going to provide them value? If they say, we need at least 4 bedrooms, a pool, a 3-car garage, new construction, under X, Y, and Z price, in the most expensive area, you know that you're headed for a reality check. If their criteria and area are realistic for your market, you build them a search and move them forward. If not, You do not pretend. You reset expectations early instead of driving them around to houses they can never get in. Tell them that this is a unicorn up front. Be honest. Tell them what they're looking for is going to be hard to find, so they adjust their expectations accordingly. Have you talked with a lender yet is another great question. Have you been pre-qualified? This one is huge for qualifying. Serious buyers either are pre-approved already or are open and willing to talking to a lender now. If they say something like, "We don't want to talk to a lender, we just want to look at houses first," that is not an A lead. That is a B or a C lead. Your response should be something like this. Before we spend a lot of time looking, getting pre-qualified is the next best step so we can know exactly what your payment looks like and to see if it makes sense for you. Once that is done, I can confidently help you on your home search. If they refuse that, they move down in your priority list. You are not punishing them, you are protecting your time, your energy, as well as theirs. What kind of work do you do? Or do you have 2 years of income? Are another couple great questions. You are not underwriting their mortgage or their file, but you are looking for basic stability in qualifying. W-2 job, 2 years in the same field, or strong, consistent income equal likely to get qualified. Self-employed with zero documentation, brand new job, or no income right now equals a more complicated file and the possibility that they could have a hard time getting qualified. This does not mean you judge them, it just means you know which avenue to take when you're trying to help them. This will help you determine if you need to put a plan in place and that the lead may take some time due to qualifying issues. If there is clearly no way that they can qualify right now and they are not willing to work on it, you should disqualify them as an active lead and not spend any more of your time on them. What do you currently pay in rent is another great question. What do you want to keep your monthly mortgage payment at? Price is emotional. Payment is real. A lot of people say our budget is $300,000. And they see the payment at today's rates with taxes and insurance and HOA, and they freak out. So you want to make sure you understand fully what they want their payment to be. Asking about current rent or comfortable payment helps you anchor them in the reality and use tools like our team payment spreadsheet that gives estimate prices for monthly payments where they line up with the taxes, insurance rates, and more. This way, you can work it backwards to make sure that you're searching in the right price point versus showing them homes that they truly may be able to afford, but they don't like the payment for. If their payment expectations are wildly off from what they want in a home, that is not a show them more houses problem. That is an educate and maybe adjust expectations timeline conversation. Again, that might move them down from a A right now to a B, but you're gonna save yourself time and energy. If the right property came along today, would you be ready to make a move? This is your pressure test. If they say yes, we would write on it if it was the right house and we were pre-approved, cool. That is an A-level response. If they say no, I don't think so, question back and say, oh, why do you say that? They are not ready, and asking them more questions is essential. You're not trying to force them, you just want honesty so you know whether to put your energy into them now or down the road. You're not asking these questions to be annoying, you're running a filter. Qualified, high priority lead is someone with a clear timeline inside 0 to 90 days out. Strong motivation, specific property type and area that actually exists in your market, willing to talk to a lender or already pre-qualified, reasonable payment expectations, stable job and income. They say yes, if the right home comes along, they would make a move. A nurtured lead looks like this: a longer timeline, motivation is softer, they're not ready to talk to a lender, but they're open to it, still figuring out what area and price point they want to be in. They will go into your system for follow-up. You need to educate and inform them, but you are not rearranging your life for them every single week. Disqualifying or releasing an active lead. They refuse to answer basic questions. They refuse any lender conversation and want to see homes anyway. Their motivation is zero. Their income and situation may be impossible to buy now, and they are not willing to work on it. They're not honest about working with other agents. In this case, you may say something like, based on what you have shared, it sounds like you are not quite in a position to move forward yet. I am happy to keep you on some updates, and when your situation changes or you are ready to talk with a lender, we can jump back in. Look, no hard feelings. You just stop treating them like your next closing. If your pipeline is full, but your closings are low, you do not need more leads. You need better qualifying. Use these 8 questions every single time. Do not skip them because they seem nice or it feels awkward. Ask them, listen hard, and let the answers tell you. Is this an A lead that I go all in on? Or an A, B lead that I nurture intentionally? Or someone I bless, release, and stop chasing? Ask more questions, win more clients, and stop letting unqualified leads steal your energy from the people who are actually ready to move. Hope you found this video helpful. Hit the like and subscribe button down below, and we'll see you on the next one.